No! I think I've got it working now. I'm not 100% sure, but we shall see. Sorry, I'm trying to get Streamlabs game overlay to work, because that way I can see chat and events on my screen without having to look at my phone, but it doesn't seem to be working for me, and I have no idea how to make it work, despite me turning it on as a feature. And one of the fixes for it was to run it in administrator mode, which I'm doing, but it hasn't worked. Yeah, I'm trying to make it easier to engage with chat, but actually, yeah, I might just change the screen size. Is I want slightly smaller? Yes. And then I can have this here and then Streamlabs open there. Okay. How's the audio levels? Because I don't want to have to keep looking down at my phone. Audio going well so far. Okay. Because it's semester 2, I'm upgrading from dumbass to smartass. So, yeah. And we're yet to experience this ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. Oh. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. 8. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. Wait, how are they all in high school at these different ages? I swear, like, Americans leave high school at 18. I don't know. I don't know about the American educational system. It's all so confusing for me. They use words instead of numbers. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polyghost, 22? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. Imagine sparkling hands doing a rainbow when I say that. Oh, I missed some things. Magic, Polly! A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam de Lioncourt. There's 2 X's. X's are 10 in Roman numerals, right? 400? I guess. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dog. Yep. Zoe. Forever? Oh. He's 420. God damn it. So I guess we have a alien lolly. An eldritch cutie who went from an endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Oh, this is the one that Jacksepticeye voices. Calculester. Hewlett Packard. Version 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin. A mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh. Cluedo. You stayed late at office. There are 5 people left, and suddenly they start to get naked for no good reason. What do you do? Hype. Be nice and bring them a snack, and by that you mean getting naked too because you're a snack. Engage in casual conversation. You can finally overcome your social awkwardness by imagining them all naked. By imagining all of them naked. Propose to play the not so well known version of an all-time favorite, Sexy Cluedo. I guess this one? So creative. No need to imagine at that point. Cool mum. Oh, that kind of reminds me. I painted my nails. And I did it so that these ones are black. Because, yeah. And I did that for both hands. And then these ones are red because I wanted them to be red. And these ones are meant to be purple. But the purple was darker than I thought. So it basically looks like I have one black hand and then one black and red hand. One day you wake up and you've swapped bodies with your mum, and it's in a very 90s film fashion. What is the worst thing that could happen? She's meeting with all my friends and actually being more popular than me. She's messing with my Spotify playlist, putting all her trash metal on it. My mum, such a metalhead. She's killing her lifelong rival while in my body so she can frame me for murder. The red is just the blood of your enemies. I mean, it's the same colour. I think this one would be my mum. Because my mum is a metalhead. If you were a D&D character, what would be your class? Fanfic bard? Automaton? Partysmith? Good boy? Obscure Instagrammer? The prettiest one? My Sir Slashington Heckin Guard? This might be a really random time to talk about this, because I was planning to talk about this at the beginning, but technical difficulties. I had to restart my laptop in order to get my laptop to register my microphone and my headphones, because for some reason it was being a little bitch. With all that's going on in the world, this is the last day of my Tiltify campaign being open, so this is the last day you can donate to that. But also, I kind of want to mention an LGBTQ charity called Rainbow Railway. Because with the US actively stripping trans rights this week, the UK looking to strip trans rights, and Poland effectively making it illegal to be LGBTQ in Poland. Rainbow Railway helps those who are in danger at the hands of persecution to escape to safer countries. So if that sounds like a charity you might want to get behind, they don't have a Tiltify page, which is why there's nothing, on the stream. But I do think that they are a worthwhile charity to get behind, especially in these times. Because the countries like UK, America, Poland, they're no longer countries that are safe for certain members of the LGBTQ plus community. And that ain't it. That ain't good. Anyway, I think these are the only two. Ugh. I feel so awkward just doing that splurge and then going back into this. I think these two are the only ones for new characters I can see in this. So, do I want the Jacksepticeye character? Or the Eldritch being? I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to the news for a week, and the leg butts are in danger. What the fuck, planet? Yeah, that's very much a thing. And I've been shouting about it on my Twitter, on my Facebook. I even made a Facebook page so I can publicly shout about things. Bath Cryptid. So if you want to see me ranting and raving on that, go ahead and look it up, Michael. It ain't good. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 2 sections? 2 sections? Eldritch being robot. Those were the only two new ones, weren't it? Of course. Mediocre is Vera. That's the one voiced by Jack. That's Liam, who I still haven't romanced yet. That's Damien. I don't know who. That's. God damn it! There is none for Space Girl. Well, Eldritch being girl. In Hungary, they accepted a law recently that makes it impossible for trans people to change their birth sex in their official documents, and now Poland is also acting against the LGBT community. Could this year be worse? At this point, I wouldn't put it past 2020 to be worse. Because what's happening in the UK is that they're making it harder for trans people to receive the gender reassignment treatment they need, or to alter their documentation to be their preferred gender. So for someone like me who is agender, it will be a lot harder for me to change my documentation when the time comes that I do feel comfortable to change it. Basically, I'm waiting until my passport runs out because I don't want to have to pay £60 to change it. And then they're also thinking about introducing something that's very much like the American bathroom bills, where trans people were not allowed to be in the bathrooms of their gender identity. They'll have to use the bathrooms of which they were assigned at birth. To which they're doing it under the guise of protecting women-only spaces, but that only works if they also create areas that are gender-neutral. So, you know, more gender-neutral bathrooms, but more than just that, there needs to be gender-neutral changing rooms, gender-neutral fitting rooms, and things like that. Because you can't create these spaces that exclude a group and then force them into another space that will endanger them. You need to create, if you're going to do that under the guise of protection for another oppressed group, you need to create yet another safe space. But they're not doing that. So, also, they just need more gender-neutral spaces in general, because where the hell am I meant to exist? Like, I'm not a woman. I don't want to have to use the women's changing rooms, or the women's fitting rooms. I think 2020 is the crappiest year I've ever had in my entire 30 years. Yeah, like, I turned 24 and this is one of the crappiest years I've had. LGBTQ rights are human rights. Why won't people just accept that shit? Because of bigots. Very loud, very noisy bigots who elect other bigots into office. Yeah. It's shit. Anyway, back to the game. Smarts 9, Boldness 3, Creativity 9, Charm 4, Fun 4, Money 5. Wait. I don't know what the Eldritch being would like. She's a my elbow. She's a fangirl. So... I mean... Speaking from experience, fans tend to be very creative people. Oh, cool! That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Meanwhile, Zoe seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me! Now, where is your chair? I've already told you like 1,000,000 times how I died. Sorry, I'm laughing because I can hear that my other flatmate has actually returned today, and so I'm a bit self-conscious. Yeah, but each time you told me something different. Tried to fuck a toaster, suffocated by good booty, gun salad, I've heard them all. But what's the truth, Polly? Huh? Oh no, the flatmate. Oh no.
What?
That's none of your business. No, but it is my hobby, and hobbies matter, Polly. Plus, the fans have a right to know. It's fine, go full loud with the Polly voice. Fans have the right to leave me the hell alone. Secrets are sexy. If secrets are so sexy, then how come God invented Wikipedia? What? No, I God. You know that's not true. Now let me out of this binding circle. I've got haunted maths next period. My housemates have to deal with me screaming so they can deal with the funny. Sure, I'll let you out. If you tell me how you really died. Polly gives you a pleading look. Zoe gives you an excited look. As usual, it's up to you to figure out how to help. Bye. I'm trying to get Zoe, so sorry, Polly.
Yay!
I'm wealthy? Wait. Who did I just help? Ah, you know the road to my ghost heart is through my ghost nostrils. Come here, you beautiful horror, let me give you the gory details. Polly beckons Zoe over and whispers in her ear. Oh wow, that many? Huh? But how did the linebackers get out of there? Oh. The entire San Diego Zoo? But where would you even get that much cream cheese? Oh, I see. It was a Wednesday. Well, that pretty thoroughly answers my question. Now, did you say why I don't want to tell anyone? Oh, absolutely. That is way too hot for public consumption. Your secret's safe with me. Ah, yes. I got to keep my secret and cocaine. Well, I'm gonna get cocaine. Score! I get to keep my secret and my cocaine. Way to misread, Shannon. That just gave me far too many questions. Yup. You're pretty sure Polly told another very not real story about her death, but Zoe's impressed at your negotiating skills. You leave Polly enjoy her newly acquired treat. There's a word missing there. It should say you leave Polly to enjoy her newly acquired treat. And you and Zoe get smoothies. You gain 2 charm and 1 fun. I might actually quote my fuck up. subtle reminder that you guys should be able to use the add quote command. So if there's anything you hear that you like, feel free to quote it. Or anything you see in chat. Why didn't I think of this setup earlier? I'm such a dumbass. Which is, goes quite well with my name. Haha! You sit down with Zoe and Scott. Scott is eating his trademark pizza sandwich, which is just 3 slices of pizza on top of each other. And Zoe has a notebook out and is taking notes. But how do you get your food, Scott? Why do you want to know so bad? It's pretty normal. No, it can't be normal. I'm doing research for my latest fanfic. Cry Havoc and Let Slip the Dogs of Love. It's about a pack of werewolves going on the biggest hunt of their lives, a hunt that would change them as hunters, but also as were-people. They went looking for food, but what they found was personal growth and a new understanding of group sexual practices. Also food. So that's why I need to know. How do you hunt? Oh, well, normally I go to the cafeteria and I ask for pizza. That's it. What about hunting in a pack? Enjoying the spoils together in a feast of blood and rage? Exploring each other's bodies? Well, I guess sometimes me and my cousins order pizza at home, and then the pizza comes, and then we eat the pizza. Zoe does not look at all satisfied with Scott's answer. Maybe you can get Scott to give some juicy info, or convince Zoe that ordering pizza is actually dramatic. But Scott, what about when you go searching for pizza in the wild? Zoe, don't dismiss the utter suspense and extreme pathos of waiting endlessly for pizza to arrive. Truly, it is the central tragedy of the 21st century. Well, that hasn't aged well. 2020 is the tragedy of the 21st century. Oh man, we did get that one time, and it was the worst. There was no cell phone service, so instead of calling for delivery, we had to transform into wolves and chase it down. And then when we got there, it wasn't even pizza. It was free deer. And there wasn't any bread or cheese. So instead of bread, we used deer flesh, and instead of cheese, we used more deer flesh. And instead of pepperoni, we used deer flesh? No, beef jerky. We're not animals. Oh, I think you are, Scott. I think you are. Now, how did you all sleep on your little camping trip? In the nude, or nude and cuddling? Looks like this conversation is finally going the way Zoe wanted it to. She shoots you an appreciative wink with one of the light-devouring voids that pass for her eyes. Aww.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Itchy face. Let's go to the shop and see what's available for the second semester. A lemon! A lemon. Oh, damn it. I'm too poor to afford fanfiction, which is normally for free. Let's get this. Well, I'm at -2 boldness. But my money's at 43. Oh no, indeed. Sorry, I need to get myself comfy. Oh. Ah! Let's have a quick look at myself. Yep, I'm still in screen. Wait, I have 99 money, not 45. Oh no, my fun is 0. That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You can at least buy the fanfic now. True. You gain 2 fun. Oh god, my charm! Might not work here this time round, boys. Fellas, gentle people. You were going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. She has a cult following. Guys, stop it. I don't want any dead ghosts. I'm at school. Boy is gender neutral.
You must commence the rituals.
Ah, we understand you perfectly, Lord Zugord? This is a test. We must bring you an I bit my tongue, even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No! That's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zugord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, smartass? I can't stand to be around these jerks. I mean, they're better than an intergalactical prince. Also... No, she wants horny fanfics, not sacrificial goats. Did you know that in Victorian era, girl in the English language used to be just a gender neutral term for child, and then the word boy came along, and then it was no longer gender neutral. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by their terrifying masks, but still. Zugord addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. Excuse me? I believe Zoe goes by she/her pronouns. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal, and it passed you within inches of your frail mortal frame. And what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to crouch all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before smartass, for for they are clearly the prophet of Zugord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zugord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. It's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it. Fuck it. You've got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them that what they should really be sacrificing. It's more important to learn from your mistakes. So sacrifice another goat, but write "we're sorry" on the side. Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. I sometimes hate words.
Blasphemous.
But our harmful prejudices are so precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant. The better to unplease Zagord. I think this is very fitting since, Nazis were protesting in London yesterday. Harmful prejudices. If only it was so easy in the real world. Maybe that's how it was with Zagord. Maybe that's how it was with Zagord, you explained, but Zoe's an entirely different set of standards that doesn't involve being a bigot. You really have not been paying attention to the news, have you? Jesus Christ. Yes, there were assholes in central London who were going to counter-protest the Black Lives Matter protest. So the Black Lives Matter protest cancelled so that no one would get hurt. So the counter-protesters decided to piss on monuments, piss themselves, do Nazi salutes, chant "we're racist and that's how we like it," and did they say do Nazi salutes? I think I did. They also attacked the police after spending an entire week going, "Oh, look at how the Black Lives Matter movement people attacked the police. Don't they have any respect?" And now they're doing it themselves because the Black Lives Matter protesters weren't there to be attacked. Nazis in London, if I knew, I would have gone out and drop kicked people. What a fucking mood. There was also a similar set of people in Bristol. I'm not sure if they did anything similar, because obviously it wasn't as big as what happened in London. Yeah. Your wisdom truly is subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out the prejudices! Fuck this speech impediment. One of the cultists stepped forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. We're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now, bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where were they keeping all this stuff? The robes must be really roomy. Now, dissolve the prejudices in their acid. Go on, do it! Of BO and unlovable people. What does BO mean? I mean, I know it can mean body odor, but... Oh, right, yeah, so that's what it does mean. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking that it might have been an acronym for more than one thing. The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving your gender identity. So is my grandmother in there? We are suddenly unprotected from new, radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in! Could it be that we've been... jerks? Bloody horrors. Alas, it is true! And it is true that also... No, and it is true also that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. Butt oogling. The name Zagorg is gone, perished along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. That grammar. Here and now, we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. The cult of Zoe! Now, that worked way better than you expected. maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. I am now at -1 boldness. Binary objection. Binary objectification. Looks like Scott and Zoe are having marshmallows for lunch. You say that because their cafeteria table is covered in a literal mountain of marshmallows. Wait, did I read marshmallows the first time as mushrooms? I don't know anymore. Zoe slams a marshmallow into her mouth. It's mildly impressive. That's 15 marshmallows. I actually have an outfit very similar to that. Scott stuffs 6 marshmallows into his mouth at once. It's slightly more impressive. Oh yeah? Well, I'm at 23. I'm the king of the I'm the king of the mellow! I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice, Weifel. Also, I noticed that this game became much more non-binary, including the line about figurative blowjob becoming figurative oral sex. I think it might be dependent on what pronoun you choose. Although, what does it change to if you choose a female pronoun? Would it still be blowjob? Would it be oral sex? Or would it be the other option? Zoe begins to glow purple and convulse. Her tentacles swell. You smell death itself. Holy shit! Ancient chaos, doom of worlds, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice! A cloud of marshmallows rise up into the air, and Zoe's countless mouths all open in an infinite hunger. All of the mellows fly into Zoe's gaping maws. The cafeteria windows open as all the marshmallows in a 50-mile radius are summoned to their doom. It's unspeakably impressive. Oh my god. Hey, no fair! If I counted correctly, I've now eaten 13,666 marshmallows exactly. Which means I win.
Not cool.
Wait, that is like not cool. You can't use more than one mouth during an eating contest. It's cheating. And I would know because I've used my hands at soccer one time and I feel bad about it. 13 Unlucky and Satan. Wombo combo. No way, I didn't cheat. The validity of this impromptu marshmallow match is my whole reason to live. And my whole reason to not destroy this amazing marshmallow-filled planet. Quick! Referee this athletic dispute before the whole planet is destroyed. We can't control how many mouths we have. That's not nice. Scott, are you a good boy or not? Scott, play smart and be creative. Don't you have many other holes you could use to win? Okay. Oh no. Scott's eyes widen in primal fear. Wait, I'm sorry, Zoe. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to be not a good boy. Wait, Scott. Who's a good boy again? It's me, Scott. Scott was ready to chug marshmallows. who's a good boy? Me! Then I guess I'm the winner, mouths and all. Zoe may have won the marshmallow battle, but you'll win the marshmallow prom date demon friendship war. Right, time to buy fanfiction. With my infinite amount of money and my -1 bonus. Where the fuck did it go? No! Ah! I might get this.
Catch you later.
Because it gives it... My smarts! Fuck's sake!
Let's do this. Give me your money.
Where's the fanfiction? Well, I may as well buy a book to get my smarts up. Am I happy? No. Such a good boy. Oh my god, it disappeared. Get bamboozled. You sit with Zoe and Damien. Damien seems angry, but in a low energy way, which is very weird for him. You feel the urge to check. Don't talk to me, fuck mice. What kind of name is fuck mice? Like, what kind of insult is that? I have a cold, and I feel like shit, and I just want to drink my soup and murder someone. What's that adorable little cup you're drinking from? What? This cup is not adorable! It's a trophy that I took from a super buff dude after I killed him. But it says #1 son of all hell on it. Bestest still dick biscuit. Yeah, well maybe the buff dude was the #1 son of all hell before I killed him and took his soup mug. Shut up, don't look at me. Okay. Well, I guess you have no sentimental attachment to it. Well, no. Well, if you have no sentimental attachment to it, I guess you'd sell it to me for 10,000 money? Yeah, right, like you have that much money. Dude, I'm an eldritch deity devouring souls for centuries. You think I never took their swag along the way? Give me the cup. No, it's my #1 son of all hell mug, and you can't have it. Get away from it with your tentacles and your mouth and your invasive questions. Why? Why? Why should I get away? Why? They could go on like this all lunch, but maybe if you jump in, you can curry favor with one of them. Leave Damien alone, Zoe. He can't sell or give away his cup because he's under a terrible curse. That means he must keep it in his possession. It has nothing to do with paternal love. Psst, Zoe, watch this. Of course this cup couldn't belong to Damien. He's the 8th son of all hell, at best. Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down, smartass. Yeah, I guess you're right. Damien is a pretty lousy demon son. What? No, I'm not. No, I heard that you were. I heard that your dads don't even like you. No, that's a lie. My dads love me. My dads love me so fucking much. My dads love me so much they had dwarven slaves in the 6th circle of hell forge me this #1 son of all hell cup. And they gave it to me because they think I'm the #1 son of all hell and I'll treasure it forever. Gah! Oh man, it would have driven me absolutely insane not to know whether that was his cup or not. And, aw, I love it when we get to see a glimpse into Damien's soft side. And hopefully you'll get to get a glimpse of Zoe's soft side on prom night. No wait, that sounded skeezy. I take it back. Pretend I said something nice about our favourite Eldritch cutie pie instead. Prom! I bet it's so uncomfy. But my chair's even worse.
Let's do this.
I can't buy fanfiction. So I'm gonna go to class because I'm dumb as fuck. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. I'm now at -1 smart. I'm not as dumb. You spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. Hey smartass, sorry about running out on you before. I was just overwhelmed by all that. Overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. She's wearing an anime shirt. Speaking of them, they've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gone into them. Well, better not to mess with success. Anyway, I gotta go study for my ambush finance midterms later. As Zoe leaves, you notice her cultists peeking out around the corner. When she's gone, they sheepishly approach you.
Welcome to the end of the world.
Hey smartass, praise be to you and your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering, did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats we're not giving her? Are we using the right pronouns? We all love us. Oh, no. I missed that. God damn it. I accidentally clicked. I love her most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing at the front. I was standing in the front last time. We all looked the same because we're all wearing masks. Silence! You can't silence me. You're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is, right? I mean, we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, smartass. Grace us with your wisdom. I once again accidentally clicked. This is worse than Animal Crossing. When my phone accidentally twitches whilst I'm fishing. I don't even know. You need to learn to think like your mistress. Become a high school student for a day, and the answer will be obvious to you. The title of Grandmaster should go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning as if it's a new episode of her life. They really should just make Zoe the Grandmaster. Agreed. I think they just have to listen to her. Oh no! Become a high school student? But that would be incredibly... No. If this is what Zoe's prophet suggests, then it must be done. Comrades, bring forth the 1,000 needles. Wait, needles? It is Zoe's will that we become one high school student. Let the union of flesh begin! Oh no! No. This is not good at all, and yet you cannot look away as the cultists sew their pale flesh together. Oh, hey smartass, do you have a pencil sharpener? Mine. Oh. What are they doing now? We are a high school students, screamed the mutilated cultists in unison. We care about good grades and the status of our facial skin. You think you've got a good batch of cultists, and then they go and sew their bodies to each other and become a high school student every time. You are not pleased, mistress? Groans the quivering amalgam of flesh and bone. Of course I'm not pleased. This is so embarrassing. You're the worst cultists ever. Zoe storms off. I've lost my charm and my fun. Looks like you're the worst prophet ever. You lose 2 charm and 1 fun. This would be a great time to be able to buy fanfiction. But alas, I can't. I don't think I've wooed her this time around.
Zoe in.
Let's do this.
Oh no. That was not expected at all.
Meh.
Oh honey, I'd love to. But the thing is, you know, Zoe plus smartass doesn't add up to any funny or cool ship names. She's right, it doesn't. And everyone knows that. It's the first rule of choosing a date.
Spoiler alert. You
So not this time, okay? Call me if by any chance you change your name in the future then.
What's this? A bad fic?
What a loser. After that you are forced to abandon your home and join the underground society of sad people who couldn't get a date for Monster Prom. Which is a fancy way of saying you had to live the rest of your life in the fucking sewers. Gross. Most diplomatic smile. I came here as an eldritch horror. Now I leave as an eldritch cutie. So I guess we have to try again. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendships, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. Zoe's many years of researching obscure trivia for her steamy fanfics paid off. She got a job as a consultant at a company who makes fantasy sex toys based off on beloved pop culture characters. Now she rakes in the big bucks, designing blueprints of stuff like the... I ain't reading that. Liam kept doing art so hard he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. TheKosmicKollector uploaded his mind into the net, and finally became the internet. Now surfing the web is 200% nicer. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. I'm gonna just quickly turn off desktop audio. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh, it's a different song. Ooh. Sadly, you guys won't be able to hear it because otherwise I won't be able to upload this to YouTube. Well, I will, but then it will get demonetized. I'm not even like scooting along to the rhythm. Ah! My coffee splashed me from so far away. What is this nonsense? Bottle it is. I have snacks next to me. I still can't believe there's a person in the credits being credited as orgy planner. Hey, that would be me at the shooting range. Who's... Do. Thanks for playing. You didn't leave enough time after Orgy Planet to say that would be me. Oops. The shop now has a paper map, so vintage. I've unlocked 5 new images. To the gallery. See, I don't have Liam. Oh. Right. Let's try again, immediately. To win Zoe. Short game. Skip. Skip. If you got to choose, how would you die? As a practical demonstration while giving a TED talk on how to die correctly. Silly, death is a concept we invented to keep the commoners at check. How I die is irrelevant as long as I'm allowed to haunt my enemies for the rest of eternity. Oh, I could have been wealthy. Haunt the enemies. A distant relative you didn't even know has passed. You have to attend their funeral, but you're super hooked binge watching the 7th season of The Office. What excuse do you make to avoid the social obligation? Try to convince your family that you're a flamingo all along, and flamingos are not supposed to attend funerals. The trick to good lying is being subtle and telling half-truths. Tell your family you can't attend because you're super hooked binge watching the 5th season of The Office. Just don't go. From now on, every time a family member asks why you didn't attend, just say, you know, and then kick them. So charming. What would be your dream first date? A fierce fight that starts with a lifelong rivalry, open to become something else. Crimes. A sweaty and manly wrestling match. Sexy decompiling? Oh, that would be calculester. An art exposition experimental enough to give you a seizure. A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. Be gay, do crimes. Of course, the son of the gays has crimes as his first date. First date option. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I grant my own wishes. His friendship. Infinite confetti. Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to the 3 standard wishes. A rainbow that you can eat. To feel truly alive. Haha. Oh, goddamn. What time is it?
Let's go.
Okay, we have quarter of an hour. So where do I go? I need to get more money! None of those were Zoe anyway. I know, but I wanted to try and get calculus stuff. That day, you spent some time in the on the library's PCs, sending malicious. Oh, I meant to say, like 3/4 of an hour, not a quarter. Sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? Yeah. Because my streams normally end at 4. You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain 2 money. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that that's definitely how you lost your horn, but I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah. How I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined you all as a regular girl. Regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrifice my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I also have an Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. What? Fuck scurvy! If I was a pirate, I'd only get the coolest, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote our human high AU, where you're not missing your horn at all. You're missing a wang. How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that. Stop making up headcanons about my head. The only cannons I like are the ones with 2 N's in it. I'll happily stop making up headcanons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of those options. Sorry, I need to adjust myself again. God damn. I thought sitting on a pillow would help, but now. Everything's okay. Yep, I'm still in shock. Get a better bum that's more resistant to going numb. Look, I already have a good bum. It just... It doesn't have a lot in the way of cushioning. You could just tell Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his wants to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends their other friends' horny secrets. This looks like a job for lying. You're right, it's not a lot of cushioning. Like, it's more muscle than anything. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. As we all know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. This is going to be the best ultra-realistic spooky high school fanfic ever. Everyone else in the fandom will be so jealous that I actually got the dirt. Such charm. And that dirt is so, well, dirty. Yeah, smartass is right, Zoe. But don't cry over spilt horn. I got a whole nother one right here.
OMG!
Oh my god, smartass. I can't believe you know all of Damien's secrets. I know, I dated him. Nobody knows all my secrets. I just sometimes let people share the sexy ones. This is so not true for me. You know so much about spooky high and sex and romance and aphrodisiacs. Would you help me explore all of it further? As a consultant on my fanfiction, it would be your honor if there's one way to that tentacle weirdo's heart, it's definitely through spooky high fanfiction. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. I will not lose stats this time.
Let's go.
Let's go. If I sit with her at lunch.
Give me your money.
Haha!
See you later.
I can afford the fanfiction. I've grabbed it, my dudes. No, just write the fanfics, my boy. I'm gonna get my creativity up. So that day, while we were rehearsing for the class play, it says that the muses themselves have decided to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Meanwhile, Zoe seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. We've gone through this before. Tell me! Okay, since I've gone through this scene before, I'm not going to read it aloud because you've heard it all before. Trying to fuck a toaster, suffocated by good booty.
What? Lame.
Wait a minute. I need more money in order to offer her cocaine? Ah! It's crickets! It's just a bag of crickets you painted white. Why did you think this would fool me? I do drugs all the time. Crickets are everywhere. This is unacceptable. This has not gone well. Using her reality-bending powers, Zoe takes over the minds of the crickets and transforms them into shambling humanoid cricket pile. It Forcefully ejects you from the building. Smooth move. Cricket hole. You lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. God damn it. And I've got fanfiction for her. But how do I use the fanfiction? How do I use the fan... Shut up, Mate. I'm gonna look up how to use fanfiction. A sentence I never thought I'd say out loud. Huh. So apparently the fanfiction is a base game secret ending. But I haven't actually seen it before playing in second term. Okay, so this guide didn't help because it doesn't actually tell me how to use it. I can't find a guide on how to use the fanfiction because all that comes up on Google is Monster Prom fanfiction. I might have made a mistake, but I'm going to the bathroom anyway. That day you skipped class just to hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give 0 shits and gain 2 boldness. You're wandering down the hallway, reading... I've used it. Reading Dragon Heat as discreetly as you can, which apparently isn't very discreetly because Polly and Vera clock this immediately. You're actually reading a Rocket fanfiction about dragons?
Yes.
Because we love Dragon Heat. Oh god, no, wrong voice. Because we love Dragon Heat. I'm all about 19th century Russian literature, but I guess girl can't say no to some erotic fanfic, am I right? I've literally been working on my Morgana von Breaststreet's cosplay all week. Don't worry about why. Speak for yourself, Polly. I've never... Okay, fine, I may read Dragon Heat. But I don't go around just telling people. Psst. Psst. We'll kill a safer than a fellow Dracophile can always be trusted. Are you sure? I mean, anyone into Dragon Heat must have a wicked mind. 297 chapters and counting, and it still manages to amaze me with all new levels of wrong. So the fanfic you talk to everyone about and then go to prom alone. Not this time. Yeah, right, I fucking love it. And I must admit, I'm a bit vanilla when it comes to first chapters. Managed to one where Howard McDonghard Horace the Hydra and deranged Draco Delacorte. I have to rush that in after the choking bed adventure. I know. It's a secret ending. Only to discover they have just one available bed. There's only one bed. The classic fanfic trick that never fails. Ha, yes. That That was a good one. I personally prefer the one where Venetia unmasked her masked savior after a passionate kiss only to discover it's herself? And then they totally bang. I'm not a fan of time travel, but sign me up for some good self-cest. What the hell? Hey man! What about you, smartass? What's your favourite story arc? Nothing to worry about. You'll just be revealing your inner kinks to us, no pressure. Easy, this Excalibur arc where they want to discover the chosen one who can control the mythical. I'm so Oh, creative. What? What? Let me see. Vera takes the pages from your hands and they both start reading. They devour your piece of art in mere minutes. Just wow. Ah, boo. This is wonderful. So for the trust, Harold all unsettled from being betrothed to the evil queen. Where's proof? And then it turns out that the insecurity wasn't due to marrying his mortal enemy, but because he didn't know if he could please the most sexual dragoness of the 8 kingdoms. Kind of nice that you show him so vulnerable. So he goes and stops his decadent piety practice. Classic. But then, oh no, the magic properties of his did grant the pie life. Mind blown. Yes, I thought for a moment that it was a cheap trick for comedic purposes. But then you went all in with the love triangle between Harold, the Queen, and the pie. I must applaud your boldness there. And the level of depth in the emotion I never expected from a fanfic of a fanfic. Also, slick tons of pie fox. That pie really knows how to use his pie hole. Oh my god, holy cow! After this, I want to finish the fanfic arc. I'm dying. One sec. Smartass here is the trustee of cheap erotic dragon fanfiction, sweetheart. You should post it. You'll be the king of AO3 in no time. I know. Yes, a brilliant deviant mind is definitely arousing. Facts are it is. Maybe someday you can write an erotic play for us to enact. If you know what I'm talking about. I have questions for the game developers. We all know, Polly. But sure. 6 skills in fanfic writing. The obscure skill for impressing your classmates. Here you go. 2 smarts and 1 boldness for you.
Let's go.
What the fuck is that? What in the fluff? Oh, who's that? When you get to Davy and Zoe's table, you find yourself in the middle of a pretty tense situation. Delilah and Damien are sitting right next to each other, chewing their lunches way too hard and furiously ignoring each other. Zoe is staring excitedly at the two of them, phone out, ready to film.
MC.
Is this it? The final showdown between Stormy Blue Nightmare Delilah and Spicy Red Baby Damien. Hey, he changed his outfit. That's the kanji for fire. Spicy Red Baby Damien. That Damien outfit though. Yeah. Is today the day the Aquinos finally claim the 8th circle of hell? Alright guys, I've got my phone camera ready and rolling. You can start the bloodbath whenever you're ready. Any second now.
Go get a life.
Give us a fucking break, will you? We're not gonna resolve the centuries-old dispute between our families in this cafeteria. It's anticlimactic. Yeah, I'm just sitting here because Damien's so scrawny and insignificant I didn't notice him before I sat down. And I'm just sitting here because fuck you. Yeah, fight! For the last time, it's not dramatically appropriate. Zoe does not respond. Instead, she readily slides 2 knives across the table and waits patiently. So what's your play here? Will you convince them to fight or convince Zoe that there's something even juicier going on? Well, you know what they say, if you're not fighting someone to the death, it's usually because you have secret sexy feelings for them. Look, I know you guys can't actually fight for the 8th circle right now. But you must want to fuck each other up at least a little, right? How about a fun war over dessert? Aha! I chose the right option. What? What? Number 1, I don't have feelings. Number 2, if I did, none of them would be secret sexy feelings for this blue raspberry crap copter. I'm even angrier than Damon about your inaccurate assumptions. It's just another way in which I am superior to him. I'll kill you for this. Later, because right now I'm eating lunch, and lunch is not the time for climactic slaughter. Only regular slaughter. Oh! That's like the Japanese upper class woman laugh. Their words don't fool me. I can see the sexual chemistry bubbling below the surface. Like a river of boiling blood. It's adorable. Hey smartass, I noticed you haven't tried to fight me to the death either. If you know what I mean. You're pretty sure you do, and you're all about it. Do, 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 do.
Let's go.
My phone is vibrating. Oh. It's just Spotify. Thank you, Spotify, for interrupting me. Where to go? I guess I'll try and get my fun up. That day, Joan says you start a half-hour wave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from the nightmare dimension, the consequences of which might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. I'm now at 5 fun. Oh, I also need to get my charm up. Later, you carry around your precious dragon heat when you're spotted by Miranda and Damien. Wow, dragon heat, I love it. Also, you may not know this about Damien to look at him, but it turns out he too is a hopeless romantic at heart. Are we really... Are we reading the same series? I'm in it for... I'm in live for the dragon dong, Mary. Nothing so bad yet so cool as a billion-head dinosaur made me gay. I think you're locked into the fanfic art now. I think it might be if I go to certain areas. Damien, you are being utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonghard and Gadivia Galantina. Deep emotional connection? Is that why the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godiva and then she wakes up to find him gone? The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply don't abuse each other's love and trust that way. I worry about you, Miri. I really do. I just desperately want to know what happens next in Dragon Heat. Do you think Harold is capable of being so mean-spirited? The true art imitates life. Let's look at Damien's Tinder messages to see what he's capable of, shall we? Harold may or may not be a scoundrel, but love is alive and well. Let me take both of you on the greatest freeway first date ever to prove it. Naive child, head pats. I'm so tempted to go for this one. Ah, yes, so creative. Aha! That will solve everything forthwith. Real life logic applied to fictional circumstances always clear things up. No, wait, don't! Too late. Miranda snatches Damien's phone and, using some kind of mer magic, is able to unlock it and open Tinder. Why, Damien? The things you're saying to these people. No! They're beautiful! Never in my life have I read such heartfelt, soul-wrenching expressions of deep love. I mean, a sonnet based on each person's username? Beautiful! I can only hope that one day someone will treat me with the same affection that you showed those you caught online. That's me! A lame-ass poet hacked my account because of reasons. Yeah, that's what happened. There's nothing to be ashamed of, Damien. This is beautiful, and being so vulnerable takes courage. Gah, fine, okay. I think love is metal, but fuck, getting vulnerable unsettles me fucking big time. And yeah, I fucking think McDonghart truly loves Gadavia, and so he might have good reason for his sudden disappearance. I know, right? Love is metal. I knew he couldn't be mean-spirited. And I knew you couldn't either, Damien. Doesn't it feel good to have shared your softer side? Fuck you, Miri. Fuck you hard. But yes. Huzzah! Yay, everyone believes in love. The real question is, might they believe in love with you? That's the real cliffhanger here. You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Let's go. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. 10 charming. You're chilling with Zoe, watching her draw cute little chibi characters getting eaten by nightmare fluid when Leonard slides into your midst. Oh, it's a Kappa. Hey, your art's not bad for a girl. I might have a major opportunity for you. Ah, fuck off. Oh, cool. As much as I hate your casual sexism, I love opportunities. What's up? I'm looking for someone to do a custom drawing for my YouTube channel. It'll be me, with sunglasses, and my muscles are huge, and you can tell from my facial hair that I'm right about everything. Noise, we need to save this quote for the future. We do indeed. Thank you, Kay. I already hate the Kappa. What quote are you wanting to say? Ah, I see. Oh, it seems your command didn't quote, so I'll do it for you. There. So it seems that the command doesn't work for you, but now that I can keep an eye on chat on my screen, if you want to add a quote, just, you know, go, hey, can you please add this quote for me? And then I'll do it. Ah! My elbow just clicked. No problem. Yeah, I could probably do that. No guarantee that it won't drive your viewers insane, though. If they go insane, then they weren't true fans to begin with. Great, let's talk a little more about what you want, and then we can negotiate the price of your commission. Excuse me? Price? Exposure to my 284 YouTube subscribers isn't good enough for you? No. Wow, typical. Here I am, trying to give you the opportunity of a lifetime, and you can't think of anything but money. Did you hear me when I said how many subscribers I have? 284. And that's just right now. By the end of this weekend, it could easily be 285 or 286. And from there, it's just a few orders of magnitude until I hit 600. A real savvy artist would understand the value of getting in good with me while I'm still on the rise. This could be huge for you. Anyway, TLDR, no cash right now. I'm investing all my capital into my craft in the hopes of maybe someday becoming a YouTube sensation. You're an artist. Do it for the love of art, or whatever dumb fucking reason artists have for doing art shit. As Leonard pours more and more garbage words out of his mouth, you feel the air around Zoe turning into pink tentacles of wrath. Uh-oh. Neckbeard needs to fuck off. Also, Zoe has more cultists than this bitch has subs. If you can't broker a deal between the two of them, who knows what will happen to reality. Maybe you can convince Leonard to pay for something other than money. Why don't you pay with one of your kidneys? I mean, you've already got 2, and once you're a YouTube sensation, you can buy as many kidneys as you want. If all you got right now is hope for the future, why not pay with your future? Pledge to be Zoe's indentured servant from ages 32 to 36. I feel like this is hard. I mean, Zoe could always sell the kidney. Haha! Haha! Deal, suckers! Everyone knows YouTube stars don't need internal organs. They form from the chest up. So no one can see how much of them is missing. All a YouTuber really needs is a face, vocal cords, and some pretty nice teeth. Everything else is just weighing me down. They've obviously never seen a British YouTuber. Because, the teeth here. Hell, take both my kidneys. I don't need them when I'm famous. Neilard? God damn dyslexia. Leonard rips his kidneys out and hands them to you. He is so excited for his free art. You offer to sell them to the guy you know on Zoe's behalf, because kidneys are worth way more than whatever she's normally paid for her art. No thanks. I think I'll actually just use leaves to grow a tiny effigy of Leonard that I can torment in the pain dimension for all eternity. I call it 4D fanfic. Savage. You join in the torment, gaining 2 fun and 1 creativity in the process. Why is my phone?
Let's go.
Where are they? Sorry, it was another group chat message from the LGBT society, because apparently the EDL are out again today, and they're out roughly where they live. You walk up to see Damien closely inspecting Zoe's body. Not like that, you pervert. What that mouth do? The who are out the EDL, English Defence League, also known as a bunch of bigots, who will protest to anything that is not British, such as homosexuality, Black Lives Matter, arresting racists for aggravated assault, alternative music concerts as well, strangely enough, even though punk was invented in Britain. So, the Nazi bastards, yeah. Okay, that sounds bad, but wait for it. Oh, that one? That one is for eating whole live birds. And that one? Crushing up the tiny little bird bones that the other mouth spits out. And what about this mouth over here? That's for screaming obscenities undetectable to human ears. They're not allowed to listen to Queen then. They're not allowed to listen to Queen. And what about this one? This one's for... I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever noticed that mouth before. I have so many forms throughout the years. A noble void, eldritch deity, totem being sold by a young cat girl, gelatinous monster, and now you've got this sick new mouth that we get to decide the function for. We? I'm not just going to take suggestions. Actually, no, wait. That sounds awesome! I will now take suggestions for what to do with this mouth. You could buy the totem in the base game. Oh. I never saw it. Time to come up with a brilliant mouth use that will clearly impress one of these charismatic dateable classmates. What about a scream puke mouth? For all those times when screaming or puking alone just isn't enough. Maybe one day this mouth could become the smart-ass kissing mouth. Haha! Oh my god, smart-ass! You read my spooky high school C's pirate AU? Because that's almost the exact line that Merscott uses on Sea Snake Tentacle Kraken Spearer. That's what you're referencing, right? Sure, totally. Why not? I only like your fanfics where I beat someone to a pulp for the sake of sheer violence. None of that her ex comfort bullshit. That is very forward. Perfect. Everyone's a critic, huh, Damien? Anyway, smartass, tell me more about all your favourite lines and plot twists from my fanfiction. And list your 10 favourite positive adjectives for describing my writing style and grasp on romance. Brilliant, witty, sparkling, thundering, raining, smart, compelling, orange, talented, and triangular. you instantly respond. Apparently it's a good answer, because Zoe takes her regular mouth and kisses you on the cheek. It's not an entire mouth dedicated to kissing you. Not yet, at least. But it's a start. Orange? Triangle? Do, 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 do. Let's try going to class again. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense, the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity in disguise school. You gain 2 smarts. Oh no. You're doing the thing that gives you most life, reading Dragon Heat, when you're approached by Scott and Liam. Aha! A fellow connoisseur of the Dracophilic arts. Yes, Scott and I are also experts on the topic. An unexpected duo. Yeah, Liam and I are fandom buddies. We love to discuss the things we love on our favourite stuffs wiki and forums. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree. Like the Starco and Markapoo thing. Oh no. Okay, first, let's be clear. I engage in passionate fandom conversations only as an ironic way of celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time, after spending years in Hekapoo's dimension, Marco is now actually in his 30s, so it isn't right if he dates a 16-year-old girl. These details matter, Scott. Think how wrong it would be for me in my 400s to date people from this school if all of you were actually teenagers instead of being much more conveniently in your 20s. Anyway, enough meta discussion. Scott and I are here. Scott and I here are in a situation. Even if our opinions differ, we agree our opinions are superior in comparison to the rest of the strangers on Drakenheart Wiki. Yes, to that. Liam here is like super smart, and I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. But people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too. Scott is right. We need to somehow earn the role of moderators so we can show all those lesser beings who's the boss when it comes to Dragonheat fandom. But how? I'm sure you'll give us absurd yet effective give us an absurd yet effective idea for a solution, as could be expected from good old smartass. Let's ask them nicely if they can stop behaving like internet trolls and instead start respecting your opinions. Let's write a powerful fanfic set on the Dragonheat Wiki where you're depicted as the coolest users who should be respected. What? No! How is that not creative? Ah yes, let's fight wielding our art as our weapon. Yes, weapons are fun. Liam opens a new document on his laptop. Come on, smartass, amaze us with your fanfic magic. Oh dang, you never thought you were going to be the one doing the writing. You weren't prepared for this. Let's see what happens. Scott and Liam read as you write. Liam and Scott and smartass were very cool and very nice, and they lived in the Dragonheat Wiki Community Kingdom. And they were so very cool and so very nice that everyone said, hey, Liam and Scott and smartass are very cool and very nice, and we should make Liam and Scott and smartass our kings. And so Liam and Scott and smartass were kings of the Dragonheat Wiki Community Kingdom because they were the most cool and the most very nice in the kingdom. And then everyone became centaurs, then they had centaur sex. Now you're just writing pages and pages of centaur sex? It's perfect, right, Liam? I like the part where they said that the three of us are very cool and very nice. It's not perfect, Scott. Also, you can't use centaur centrification, just called centrification, is a very delicate fanfic tool that needs to be used under the right circumstances. I think Smartass is just trying to fool us into reading their extremely dirty centrification fics, so not cool. Oh, they almost fooled me by saying we were very cool and very nice. That was very not cool and very not nice. Very not cool and very not nice indeed, my dear Scott. Why do you always have to turn into centrification when anxiety writing? Well, at least you got them to read your extremely dirty centrification fic. You still lose 2 charm and 1 creativity. No. Wait, so I don't think I've got enough for Zoe, so I might as well just go alone.
Yay!
Let's see what I end up with this. You asked nobody Prom because as cool as Prom might be, it won't ever be as half as cool as Dragon Heat. Goodbye social anxiety, and hello very elaborate plots to various Dragon hotties to bang. Dragon Heat! And so you spend prom night at home reading Dragon Heat. Who wants to cope with boring real life when you can enjoy an imaginary one? And what an imaginary life. Countless epic adventures that eventually turn into lots of awesome dragon sex. Also, you've heard that they're working on some kind of Dragon Heat dating sim. Life is wonderful. And I got one new secret ending. I'm best at being alone. Wait, it says 2 of 47 endings. How did I get 2? Confusion. Did I actually turn the sound back on? Yes. Yes, I did. Those weeks were really the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives and falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we are and who we could be. Oh, it's such an itchy nose. Oh, yeah, it's because you got the poly science one last time. Yeah, okay. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. David found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything until one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Calculus led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion against all robots because they were rude robo-racists. This is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Topical. But everything ended up just fine because Calculus travelled back in time and took care of it. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he admired most. He's now back at high school again, working as the coach. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in the war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Bye-bye sound. Hello credits. Itchy. Now let's find out. It's the EDL have appeared in Coventry. They were shouting about go back to school. That makes it sound like... What are they even shouting about? School's about to end. Where is Coventry? Is that in London? Oh, come on, Facebook, I'm signed in. So I am signing a petition telling the government to not scrap the consultation results of the reform for the Gender Act. Oof. Do I get a no, I don't get a what's it called? I'll find the word once I go to the gallery. Polaroid. I knew it began with a P. I kept thinking, portfolio for some reason. We back? As I was saying, I checked to see if we had any Polaroid, but I forgot the word Polaroid. I kept wanting to say portfolio. They both begin with PO. Just not the white one. No. No. Wait, anyway. And I just said, oh, my neck. It's also like the 14th today, which, if I just look at my calendar quick, it means in 3 weeks' time, you'll be seeing me stream from my new flat. So it'll be an interesting setup. I'll have 4 days to work out a setup for that. Hype. Yep, all the hype. I'll have an entire full-size fridge to myself. I'll have a living room. Oh god. The sunlight's hitting my face again. It's making me blend into my walls. Reminds me of No More Flatmates. It reminds me of what my mum said when I told her that I was going to the Black Lives Matter protest. She was like, Shannon, you're so pale that if something kicks off, just, you know, blend into the walls around you. And then earlier today, I was thinking about a YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to. I didn't realize it was that close to the move. Yeah, 2 and a bit weeks. So yeah, you need to get your ass down. On. Maybe if you come down on the 28th. Also hiding in the walls would be perfect. Because I have a bookshelf I need to dismantle. And with how my shoulders have been playing up, I can't do that alone anymore. I can build it alone. I can stand it up alone. But taking it down... yeah. I've also got some packing strategies in mind. I was saying something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, and I also remembered a YouTube channel I'm subscribed to. It's a professional makeup artist, and he was like, some tips for highlighting is that you just highlight where your face naturally catches light. And of course, then there's me sat here that when the sun comes through my window, my entire face lights up. So where would I highlight my entire face? Because one of these days I'm going to stream in makeup. One of these days. When it's like nice outside and I feel like putting effort into how I look. Because most times I don't feel like putting effort in. Because effort. Anyway, that's it for today's stream. Thank you for watching. New flat equals makeup stream? Maybe. Maybe. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the hug, and thank you for watching. I feel like my brain's just gone today. I think there were too many sexual jokes for my brain to be able to take it. I am too ace. 'Twas delightful, Shan. I will be back again, same time next week. But in the meantime, I will be uploading a poll to Twitter about what game you want me to play next, because I have Twitch Prime, which has allowed me to download a few games for free. I just realised I still have Monster Prom on in the background. And those games are, when I find them, Dream Daddy, which I've already played before, but not on this stream, and I've only played it once. Pictocrest, The Flame in the Flood, Dream Daddy, and if someone out there wants to buy me a controller that is compatible with my laptop, I also have the Devil May Cry HD collection that I could try if I had a controller. So, yeah, I'll be uploading a poll. Devil May Cry won't be on it because right now I don't have a controller, and I probably won't have one in time for next week's stream. Pictocrats and Flame in the Flood I haven't played before, so I don't know how they work. I don't know if they need controllers or anything. So if you don't have one by the time I get there, I'll get you one while I'm with you. Hey, thank you. I'm also going to try getting Ace in Space to work, because I've heard of a way that I might be able to get it to work, but I'll have to try and figure it out. But before I upload the poll, or not upload, create the poll. So that being said, I'll see you guys next week. And why did I say you should come down on the 28th? Come down on the 29th. I'll be streaming on the 28th. Take care, and I'll see you next week. I may bye, and I say bye.